What's up, Facebook?
Rolling.
Here we are.
Facebook.
Man, that was
those doggies rolling.
Did you start the show without us?
Bam.
Doggies rolling.
We are
Right.
here. We are live. We're a little goofy. That's how we are. But I am Steve.
yeah.
Got Rodriguez over here to my right. You're
Hello.
going to hear this again once we start recording on Spreaker. Keith over here to my left. The Put in the Book Show, Season 2, Episode number 15. Got a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff has happened since last we've been on the air. Last Thursday.
Yeah.
We've had a couple intense series, one against the Cardinals, one against the Phillies, one on the road, one at home, and we'll cover all that.
I went to the circus the other day. It was intense.
Wow. I had a bad joke, too, about that. I didn't say it. I held it.
I can't help
That's
myself.
the problem.
Listen, rain down on him for that bad joke. You should play your own thing there. Do it. No! That sounded like the Beastie Boys.
It did kind of.
Yeah. Well, welcome,
You
Daniel,
would be thinking
Joe,
Beastie Boys.
Mom, William, Eddie. Welcome all.
What's up, everybody?
Eddie, I want half.
Hey, you crazy kids.
I want half Eddie.
All right. We figured best day of the week to do this. The Mets are off.
Won't
We
be
will.
distracted.
We will go
It's
through.
Kevin. Say hi to Kevin today.
Kevin. Where's Kevin?
Right there on the wall.
Oh, Kevin McReynolds. You did this to me again. You guys can't see, but Kevin McReynolds is behind you back there. He's got a lot of stuff
Hanging
going on
out.
back there also.
A lot
But
of baseball stuff. It's all baseball stuff.
huge
Nothing
baseball
perverted.
stuff.
Now pictures of naked
Anybody?
things.
All right. So
Thanks.
we did it on a Mets day off, so we can get everything rolling here and give you some entertainment on a day off before the Mets head back out onto the field tomorrow. And but we'll get to all that. We're going to run through till right about
Sexy time.
8:45, which is why we started pretty much on time today.
Wow.
For the
can you
first
believe
time
it?
ever.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Close.
Not 100%, but we were close enough.
We're on Florida time. We're
It's
usually
close
about 10
enough.
minutes, like 15 minutes late.
All right, so let's get started. This is the pregame show to the Put in the Book show. We're brought to you by CineSportsTalk. We're brought to you by
We're pre-gaming.
we're pregaming.
We're also brought to you by
Hey, does yours work?
this paper. No, I have a gripe. So before we start the show, and before we're on this pregame, I had a couple requests. I asked for a bowl of 250 yellow M&Ms, not here.
Not
An eyeglass,
happening either.
cleaning cloth,
Whoa.
not here.
Whoa.
Power in my chair, not
Need
here.
help there?
No, I'm all right.
You
You need to treat the talent right.
He almost made this into an ejector seat.
Ah,
That would have been cool. Yep. Mine works.
We're also going to talk a little bit about, we'll get through all of our topics, but we're
Chop,
going to
chop.
talk about the fact that there could be, Keith and I were talking right before you got here, about the potential for the amount of deaths that we're going to see this week between Endgame and Game of Thrones.
GOT, yeah. Man, for a second, I was like, the Mets are going to kill people?
Tina, welcome from
I'm
27 Outs.
Tina.
Mets fan from Georgia.
Georgia.
Thanks for joining. All right, so
wow.
this is the pregame
Georgia.
show. So now we're going to get started on the recording part, as we always do. So let's get that rolling. And let's
it.
start the
Let's
actual
go.
show. And one quick note: I listened to because you confused me today with the moment of the week and the song.
How did I confuse you?
Because you gave me
said
yours.
It was yours.
No, but you gave me yours, and then I thought it was mine. So I went back to 2 episodes ago when I listened.
Okay.
And you know how we can, it'll record the when we're recording, it'll record the last few seconds and then go into our put in the books.
Right.
I don't remember why, but I said right beforehand, I'm not a child abuser, and then the put in the book started. I don't know what conversation we were having, but that's
Well, at least you're not a child
here.
abuser.
yeah. Brendan, welcome to the show.
Proclaim that to the world. He is not a child abuser.
No. All right, let's get
Not after that.
let's
remark.
get to it.
Why are you rubbing them?
Welcome
I'm
to
moving
the
on up. What the
Put
hell
It-
you ruined that song for? Play it out.
Don't talk to me that
I'll
way.
do what I want.
Welcome to the Put It in the Book
Wheezy.
show. All
Welcome.
things Mets. I am Steve Rodriguez right
We're
here to
just
my
chatting.
right. Keith over here to my left. We are live on Facebook, but we're recording for
Live.
other purposes. We got a lot to talk about today,
Save
and
our
we
asses,
have just
actually.
until 8:45 today as we get rolling on this day off.
Woo.
For the Mets, we're going to talk about what happened since our last episode. So that's 3 with the Cardinals, 3 with the Phillies. A lot to talk about with that. We're going to talk about some of the pitching stuff, some of the defense stuff.
4 with the Braves.
Huh?
4 with the Braves.
We did that already.
We're gonna do it again.
We spoke about it.
We're going to talk about 10 games.
We're not going to talk about the Braves
We're
anymore.
going to make it even 10 games.
Now, Keith is going to have his Fwakata of the week.
Boom.
We really enjoy that. And,
We do.
of course,
Especially when it works.
our Game of Thrones update. We will save
Oh,
that
yeah.
for last.
For last.
So if you are not caught up on the series or if you haven't watched the last episode, you don't have to worry about being spoiled. But we will warn you, when that music comes on, all bets are off.
So you're not going to tell them that this whole show is somebody's dream and it's all fake? They woke up?
What is this?
You just spoiled
Neverland or
everything.
Some weird
No,
like
it's
that?
like Lost. It's like a weird show.
Is
like
that how
Lost.
it ends?
I don't know.
I was gonna start watching Lost.
I
Thanks,
stopped.
Keith.
No problem. I stopped watching
what?
it. That show-
It's somebody's dream.
First,
Lost?
first
Is it a
2
wet
seasons
dream
were
at
really
least?
good. How do we get into Lost?
You just spoiled Lost.
Is that really what happened?
I don't know.
You know that's what happened, you dork.
I didn't watch the whole thing.
No, I'm not watching it now. Then
Did you just call me a whale's penis? You did. I don't know how to handle that.
a what?
A dork is a whale's penis.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
You're a
you
dork.
can't say that you don't learn things when you watch this show.
Wow. That's not common knowledge. I
no,
don't think.
that's
right?
pretty damn
Look
good.
at
That is some
Woo.
intense stuff.
That Keithopedia.
Cornet, I hope I'm saying that right.
Cornet.
Cornet actually, he responded to somebody put up that they wanted to watch some more Met shows. Our coffee just fell. And Cornet said, they said, what shows do you listen to? And Cornet said, some other show and the Put in the Book show.
Boom.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you.
I was talking a little
Thank
bit with Jem from MetsJunkies.com, and he had mentioned to me that
MetsJunkies.com.
.com and him and Cornet wrote a book together. I know Cornet, it's on your site.
They
I'll
wrote
get the
a book
name.
together,
I'll give it
like,
a shout out
in a
next time.
week? Or they've known each other for a long time?
Let
yes,
us
for a
know.
while, but
Put it in the chats.
yeah, put
Let
the
us
book name in
know.
the chat. We'll shout
And
it out.
your site. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it.
But
If you want us to.
wanted to
Give
check it out.
trust.
Yep.
yeah,
We'll
sure.
be glad to.
As always, we're brought to you by CineSportsTalk.com as well as 27 Ounce Baseball. You can follow both on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff.
All that good
you're
stuff.
watching here
All
on
of it.
Facebook in our group. We also have a fan page, which is getting some more likes. We appreciate that.
Wow.
Twitter and
Like this.
Instagram, it's
Somebody
at
likes you.
the PIITB show.
The Black TV show.
You can get to us.
In there, man. You got that.
No, both of those. You can get to us.
Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, that was a good accent.
It really was.
Very, very good.
What accent is that? Do that again.
It's Instagram and Twitter.
Well, it's Balky.
Balky.
Cousin Balky.
Cousin Balky.
Yes, that's right.
That is
That's
fantastic.
right. Your cousin Laddie?
Perfect
No,
strangers.
he's cousin. No, you'd have to be cousin Laddie. Cousin Laddie had hair.
Well, who that? Oh,
So,
yeah, we're a loving family here on the Put in the Book show.
Okay. Cousin Larry.
This week we don't have any contests going on at CineSportsTalk.com, but you can find right now 3 spoiler-free reviews of Endgame. We got a chance to see that on Tuesday afternoon. There's also on the CineSportsTalk radio network, wherever you listen to your favorite shows or podcasts, you can just search us out there. There is a spoiler-free audio review, also put together by Jader from the Nobodies and Kyle from Hoopla. So check them out there.
Nobody's Hoopla.
So again, and once you get to the network, you can listen to shows like this one right here. We stomped you out during the football season, which there is a draft going on tonight. So we might be keeping tabs on who the G-men pick up.
We should, right?
Yeah, I think we should.
Absolutely. Just
and
check it out.
Along those lines, with Layla and Gia. Why do I always do that to Gia? Layla and Gia and Layla.
Why don't you do it that way?
Gia and Layla?
Probably.
I always want to say Gila.
Gila and Leah?
I'm just not smart.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you said it because I was leading you to there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We know each other. Amy and Sean, thanks for joining as always. Always see you guys up there. But again, you can along those lines. They did Field of Dreams. That was their season finale of season 1. So they do book to movie adaptations. So they did Field of Dreams this week. This past episode, we got what I think. I'm not going to go into much detail on this, but what I think is going to be the last episode of Hoopla up on there. The Nobodies they just recorded the other day. That'll be up on Friday. And as always, Kiva catches up with Scott and Kiva from the Land Down Under. They do live videos every single week.
The Aussies.
Oh, cool.
I think they're doing a live video tonight, but I'm not sure. So basically, Kiva, who I call Irish, she has not seen a lot of movies. So what the deal is, she's catching up on all the past movies. So a couple weeks ago, she did Back to the Future. She had never seen that.
Wow.
There's a lot of stuff that she hasn't seen.
She's really backed up, but she hasn't seen Back to the Future.
Yes.
But
she is also one of the bigger comic book nerds, so that stuff she's caught up on. But some of the classics like Back to the Future, I even not so sure if she's seen Godfather, Godfather 2.
Room and read comics all day.
Basically, that's what it sounds like.
Now the relationship makes sense.
Very, very good.
Oh, and the name of that book I mentioned before, Courtney and Jem from MetsJunkies.com, is called The Year After Our Tears of Joy.
So that's 2016.
I don't know.
Because in 2015, the final out, Familia striking out Jay Bruce.
If that's what it's about, it might be about something completely different.
It might be. But Gary Cohen said, Tears of Joy for the New York Mets.
Yep.
I was in Dominican Republic when that happened. I was watching it in Espanol because that's my only choice. And then later on, we went out to the beach, and I did a video.
That's right. You
remember that?
Republic all over Facebook with us and Joe's group.
Yes, I was. And I did a video facing the ocean, kind of like Jim Brewer does. And I was sitting, the Mets just clinched.
Don't remember it.
I remember that.
I'm going to send it to you. You're going to watch it.
I guess it didn't impress
and
me
you're going to... Oh!
Zinger.
Zinga. Okay, let's talk about the past week. Week in review since the last time that we were on air.
It was good and it sucked. Let's go on to the next topic.
The Mets played 6 games. Cornet just said yes, 2016.
Boom.
So the Mets played 6 games, 3 in St. Louis, which we started off with Vargas, our one of our top 3 pitchers.
God.
Beating the Cardinals, and then
that was a miracle.
The last 2 days of the series,
not so well,
getting thumped by the Cardinals. Thor got thumped on Saturday, right? And who pitched? No, Thor got thumped on Sunday because deGrom was supposed to pitch on Saturday, and we had somebody come up to pitch.
Flexen was it?
Flexen.
Yeah,
he's terrible. Why did they bring him up?
Thumped because we don't have the depth in pitching as we do in our lineup.
And Gisman should have did a
you have the depth. Start Lugo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're throwing him off. When did you use him? When did we know that deGrom wasn't going to
Let him
start?
pitch 3 innings. Let
Lugo,
Giselle
give
pitch
yourself
3
a
innings.
chance for 2 or 3 innings to score some runs. Lugo hold them.
Yeah.
Then bring the bullpen in. That kid Flexen can come in for an inning, not start the game and go 4 or 5. That's insane.
But
That's just dumb.
even though that series,
That's why Lugie's there.
That series started positive and kind of went down, but taking some good notes away from that's where Cano started to hit.
Yeah.
He started finding his stroke.
Right after you cursed him and wanted to roid him up so we'd lose him for the year.
He's what was he 10 for his last 18 now?
Actually,
he's beasting now.
My words were, give him some. Maybe he listened to me. How do you know he hasn't taken my advice? I said, give him some roids.
Oh, God.
Let him start hitting, and hopefully don't get caught. And if he does, hey, we save the salary because he'll get suspended for a year.
He just needed a little bit of rest, dude. Needed to clear his head and start hitting again. He's a veteran.
Right. But yeah, he's looking, much better at the plate. So
Let's
that's a
see
good positive.
what Cornet has to say. Vargas, a 2.08 ERA and a 188 batting average against in his last 2 starts.
God, Cornet, you and Steve should
It's not a you and Steve thing.
These are facts, though. Unfortunately,
these are facts. This is what's happening.
You love him.
And if anybody out there, Mr. Stat Guy, can you? Is there a way that you can look to see what his ERA is as a starter?
As a starter
this year.
7.9.
No, 7.9 is with that 9th inning where he gave up 4 runs. I want to see just as a starter. Because he gave up 4 runs in that 1 inning in the 9th inning, that one game against Minnesota.
That hurt.
So it'd be interesting to see.
When you don't have a lot of innings.
Right. It's not a lot of innings because he doesn't go deep in the games.
I wouldn't go, honestly, without even looking it up, I don't think I think he's in the mid-4s.
Probably, right?
Yeah, as a starter.
Because his ERA overall is in the 7s.
Right.
Which is half of what it was a couple starts ago.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing what he needs to do, keep people off kilter for the first 3 or 4 innings, but
Ashley and Rudy, thanks for joining.
Welcome.
We appreciate it.
Welcome, thank you.
But if the Mets aren't going to go the route of Keuchel, which is a little bit later on, I think we were scheduled to talk about this, but we'll just do it now because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
But we're clearly not signing Gio. Gio Gonzalez signed with the Brewers, in case you missed it, for $2 million. We couldn't spend $2 million. Anyway,
it's not that we couldn't spend $2 million. Is that Gio wanted a starting job, and they said we can't guarantee you that. We're not going to because we have Jason Vargas starting.
Well, remember we do
I
things
think
by
that's the dumbest
analytics
thing
now.
I've ever heard.
A lot of things we do are by analytics, and they started putting up a comparison between him and Vargas. Really, per start, the biggest difference is Vargas throws about 3 more outs, another inning.
Vargas.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Gio throws on average about another inning, but all the other stats were pretty similar.
Yeah, but I've seen Gio pitch, and I've seen Vargas pitch, and any given day of the week,
terrible.
I'll take Gio to start for me over Vargas.
I can't find the breakdown of the starts and
So
non-starts.
you can find any breakdowns you want, right? I would take Gio in a heartbeat.
I'll look later.
I would have told Vargas, I said, Gio, you're my 5th starter. Vargas, you to the pen. If that's what you want to do, for $2 million.
I've seen Gio throw some really good games against us, but I would like
in Citi Field. He's got an ERA in the 1s at Citi Field.
I would have
very good at Citi Field.
rather
it's a
have
big ballpark.
I'd rather have Gio go out there too. But my point being, this is why the Mets did not make the.
Okay.
It's not me saying that. I'm saying that this is why the Mets did not.
If they went strictly analytics, okay. Well, I'm not going to argue with that. But I guess my. Okay, 5.14 ERA as a start. Cornet, you're better than our own stats guy. How is that happening?
And where is he? Isn't he like in Sweden?
Yeah.
I'm multitasking.
No, so at 5.14 ERA as a starter. He started off bad. He got that 1 bad start in Atlanta. He's been okay.
That's crap.
Outside of that.
That's a 5.
No, well, I'm not. Crap. But it's only 1 bad start out of 4. So later on, this is the same. This is same syndrome as just go over here with Cano. If this stretch of 4 starts happens in July, it doesn't look as bad. But because it's happening at the beginning of the season, it's the only stats that you get, right? Right. So Cano batting 180 through the first 2 weeks is different from him batting 180 in 2 weeks in July.
Yeah, but when you watch Cano through all the spring, you watch Cano through all the spring training, and he's killing the ball. As soon as the season starts, about 3 or 4 games into the season, he slows down.
You want to get
that can happen to him. That's what happens to a lot of ball players.
Yep.
And then he's going to pick it up again. When you just an anxious,
He wanted to get the test out of the way. Remember the holdup, the whole flight holdup?
He's from.
They were testing Cano.
Cornet is in the Netherlands.
They really went testing Nemo or Dominic Smith. They were really testing Cano.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dominic Smith took the hit for that. Ooh, Sons of Anarchy. I'm watching it.
Shut up! I gotta watch it.
You guys haven't watched Sons of Anarchy?
No, I haven't.
So no, just tell us what happens now. Again. Oh. I'm giving you a fair warning. I didn't watch it, so don't give me the ending.
What season are you on?
I'm in season 1.
No, I'm not gonna.
Cornet's getting on you. He said, "Come on, Keith. He's at work."
Oh my God!
You gotta get on
He's
this guy.
Okay, but Cornet, you're probably sitting in front of a computer, right? I'm sitting here on my phone trying to do Snap.
Cornet,
stat finding.
Stop! Just stop!
Does that mean you want to talk about?
You know, Cornet, I used to like you, but now.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, that's funny. All right. So from now on, when we need stats, we'll just ask Cornet.
Well, just ask Cornet.
So we
That's
appreciate
it,
that.
Cornet.
Why not?
Cornet's our new stat guy.
Your first part of the show.
Live from the Netherlands.
Live
Cornet.
from the Netherlands, Cornet. Yeah. Oh, look, I'm going for
LaDonna is joined. Is she? We don't want to. We don't want LaDonna. How do I get LaDonna out of here? Let's get out of here.
We want LaDonna here. What's up, LaDonna?
We love her. How you feeling, LaDonna? Hope you're feeling good.
Hope that knee is feeling a little bit better.
You can come over here and kick Steve Farace in the face.
So now that we're done talking about that series,
yeah, we're done with that. No, so the Mets had another series rematch from last week when they came home. Hola, LaDonna. Came home and played the Phillies.
He's getting ready to be stat man. He's upset. It's a race. Who gives us the stats first?
I don't know.
And hold on, and remember,
corny.
There's a delay because it's a live.
Yeah, there's a delay. Oh man, if he beats you with the next stat, it's gonna be on. Yeah. So, that's what's gonna happen to you.
So the Mets played the Phillies at home. Seemed as though we had a rejuvenated Mats coming off his last horrible start against the same team.
He was on.
Zach Wheeler completely dominated the Phillies, hitting a home run and a double.
Plane took off, baby.
That home run was
killing it.
Pretty fantastic.
Did you see how he was throwing BBs, man?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no knee and foot hurt. Oh.
LaDonna, get better.
Wow.
Jeez, get the card. We'll get the Cardinals doctor out.
Cano's guy. There. He's got roids.
Oh yeah, you can take some steroids. Feel
better. Get better.
Yeah.
So we took the first.
But your penis might shrink. Just saying.
It's a good thing she doesn't have one.
Took the first two at home against Philadelphia, and then going into the game yesterday, Vargas went 4 2/3, gave up 1 run, and then the bullpen kind of yeah.
Well, we weren't hitting.
And by the way, the princess couldn't catch up to 86. The princess, you know who I'm talking about?
The hairball?
The hairball princess. Couldn't catch up to 86 miles an hour, buddy. Could you?
He looked terrible the whole entire series.
You want to get thrown out of a game in a divisional rivalry game, in a 1-run game? Real smart, buddy. Huh?
Feel better?
No, not yet. I'll get there.
Get some more out.
Wow. Tell him all the hair in the world's not going to help.
He looked terrible.
Jem, welcome to the show, live from Las Vegas, baby.
Jem.
I think that
it's about 5 o'clock there.
I don't know what his issue is. He's got some kind of like.
Who are we talking about?
The hairball. He's got some kind of.
He's a douchebag, jerk face, jerk.
I'm being serious for once.
For the camera.
He's got some kind of
Dan Islander. Welcome.
Raid,
Appreciate you joining us.
Anger issue.
He does well because he's on steroids. Probably.
Did you see even when he misplayed that fly ball, he still caught it.
He got mad at himself.
Yeah, he started like it's like
took one step back and had to run. Had to prance in and catch the ball.
He's got to be hard to deal with. Imagine playing 162 games, flying all over the country with this guy every day.
I can't stand him.
No. I'm sure some of the guys on the team like him, but it's going to wear off.
13 years.
It did in the National Park. They got tired of him quick.
You know something that I found funny? I'll tell you something. I met a lot of old ball players a few years ago, and they all had a kind of thing like this guy, like Harper, a Bryce Harper thing to them. Like they were rough. They all felt rough, like roughnecks, like guys that fought for like at any given time. They were, just roughnecks. I can't really say too much. Maybe tightly wound and stuff. I can't say too much about him.
No, he's extra.
He may be, but
he's definitely
definitely has that old baseball school vibe to him. You know, and the guys nowadays, I got to be honest with you, and you know this is true. We talked about this. They're very touchy feely about everything. You can't throw inside anymore.
Keith Hernandez was talking about that.
You know, you can't. Well, okay. Well, this is how I feel about it. You can't throw inside anymore. You got to let these guys Marvin. You got to let these guys peer over the plate and hit anything you throw. The bat covers the whole plate, man. If you can't get these guys off stride, you know, you got to own the whole plate. Up, down, sideways, everything. They can't come in on you. You got to push them back. Can't be a fight every time you brush somebody back. Like there can't be a fight every time the guy hits a home run and throws and flips the bat. All right, the guy hit a home run. Next time you get him or next time you hit him, but don't start nothing there because you made the mistake of giving up the home run.
Right.
So since we're already on that topic, let's jump right into the Hoskins trot. Bush League.
Hoskins Rhame.
His trot.
Oh, his trot.
32-second, the longest since StatCast has been enabled. Base, home run, base. Around the bases, jog, trot, walk that has ever been recorded.
What about it?
He ran the bases slower than Bartolo.
Bush League? No, it's not Bush League. It's setting the tone. I appreciate that as a player. If he doesn't act like that, he's a punk. That's the way I look at it. Set the tone. We're not friends. We're the Phillies, you're the Mets. We're the Mets, you're the Phillies. There's a rivalry here. We're trying to get to the same spot. We're trying to win the same division. We're not your friends. We're not here to play game. I'm a professional. I'm here to win every game, no matter what. If I have to intimidate you or if I have to beat you, either way.
Yeah, and I agree, by the way. But I think not only it's not Bush League, I think he handled, and I hate to say this because it's a Philly, but let's be honest, he handled that entire situation right. He got angry. He yelled a little bit, but he walked down. He took his base. He came out and he hit a home run the next night. I hate to say it, but he handled it the right way. Screw him, though.
My only issue with it was that, take your time running around the bases. If you hit if you hit a bomb, he's scraped it over the wall, and you're running around like that. It's a couple of feet away from being a fly out.
That's a good valid point. You can prance around a little bit more if you hit a bomb where you just look at it and flip it back. And
he stood there for a second, and it did not go out by a lot.
I was a little disappointed that Frazier didn't bark at him a little bit. I'm going to be honest.
Keith Hernandez said that because Gary Cohen after the game or after that, he said, "Oh, Keith, you at first base, would you have said something to him?" He was like, "No, it's more of a third baseman thing to say because he's just kind of getting started."
Yeah, how could Keith know that he's going to take that long?
So Keith said
Frazier should have said.
He said
Frazier should have barked at him.
Todd Zeile, who's filling in for Ron Darling, who played third. He said that would have been Todd Zeile's job on the field to do that. But Todd Zeile's not actually, just a little side note, Todd Zeile's not doing a bad job. He's not Ron Darling, but he's not doing a bad job.
I'm suffering through it.
Yeah.
Because he's boring.
Is he?
I feel
he's got some good stories. His voice, okay.
His voice is monotone. It's like there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
We're used to having our own voices, like the Murphy, Kiner, those guys.
You're right.
And he's kind of bland. His stories are okay because he has knowledge. He was good ball.
When's Ronnie come back? A couple of weeks, right?
About a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if that was like a Ray Knight at third base, I think
feel better, Ronnie.
I think if Ray Knight was Ray Knight would have gotten laid out.
Ray Knight would have laid him out.
He would have given him a right hook.
Ray Knight would have told him something.
Yeah.
Yelled right in his face.
Wanda and Brett, thanks for joining. We appreciate it as always.
He didn't take any crap, Ray Knight, from anybody. That whole team, that's why it was good to see in the second game.
Listen, the way these guys came out when that happened, the way our team came out,
it was good to see that.
Oh, that's
you could see that they're close.
Yeah,
that's good. That's a good looking Mets team right there.
One of the first people out was Dom Smith.
Dom Smith was ready to rock and roll, man.
Yeah, and did you see the Buffalo's face? Buffalo had that grill, like he was like. Yeah, you saw that.
I was like, oh, man, that's the guy you don't want to tangle with because he won't get to you fast, but when he gets to you, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Why not start trying to intimidate people? All of our guys throw 95 plus. All of them are big.
Yeah, but you shouldn't headhunt.
Huh?
throwing up high and in is
not high. You have to throw high and in. You're not throwing it.
Not that high.
No, that was That
was. I don't agree with what Rhame did. By the way,
I don't know if he threw at him. To be honest, that first one, I don't think that first one was that intentional. I think he wanted to throw high and in, but at his head, I don't think he threw at his head. I think he wanted to push him back.
He got suspended for 2 games.
That's not the point. I'm giving you my opinion. My opinion is I don't think he threw at his head. I think he threw inside and high to push him back, but I don't think he meant to throw at his head.
Zeal and Keith Hernandez said the same thing. That they don't think he did intentionally.
But then once that gets thrown out there, and then the batter comes to you, and you're like, wait, who do you think you are? Yeah, okay, I'm the pitcher. I throw 97. Then I throw inside more again.
Yeah.
And I make sure that he understands that, hey, it's you and me, buddy. What did Thor say, right? I'm 60 feet, 6 inches away.
Yeah, but
come get me.
Thor would throw at your body, your ass, your legs. Thor wouldn't even throw up and in at somebody's head.
He's not throwing at his head if you throw up and in, Keith. There's the difference.
If it happened in one pitch, I would say it wasn't on purpose, but it happened 2 pitches in a row.
What I'm trying to tell you is the first one may not have been on purpose, but then when the confrontation got in front of him, he's like, wait a minute, you're trying to punk me? Now I'm throwing high and in because I want to. Then after the first one, I don't think the first one was intentional, but after that, I'm 100% sure he was trying to get him off the plate.
I give the kid credit because obviously the second throw means he was ready to throw down.
It was 3-2, dude. He didn't want to walk and he threw high and inside. It wasn't. He wasn't trying to hit him.
I don't think. Yeah, because it was 3-2.
You're getting caught up in it.
I'm not getting caught up in anything. It's just twice you miss in the same spot.
But that was the 9-0 game.
Yeah.
Oh, he could have been thrown at him. Like, who cares if you lose him at that point?
Yeah. Twice. You throw up and in twice.
I'm saying I see both sides.
Your job as a professional is to get him out.
To Hoskins' point, he had control every other time. No pitches went that way. But it happened 2 pitches in a row in the same at-bat.
Whose side is he on?
He's on the Philly side.
I am. I'm
obviously.
a Philly.
Obviously.
My name's Brian Hom.
Brian Hom sucks.
And you do suck.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was the Philly series. So it's kind of funny that the Vargas started the first game of the Cardinal series.
Exactly.
That's the one that.
Look at Jem coming up with gems of wisdom. Look at his last thing.
He needs to own that inside. Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not denying that, but throwing at his freaking head is not.
He didn't throw at his head. I don't think so. You think so?
I do.
That's attempted murder.
Yeah, no, really, bro.
Yeah.
You throw 97, you throw somebody's head. I don't care if you have a helmet on. An iron helmet from the Knights of King Columbus or whatever. It's gonna hurt or it could kill you.
Oh, Jem says it looked like Frazier may have leaned in and said something, but whatever. I mean, anyway, it's a moot point. You know, I like the fact that we got a rivalry.
Cardinals suck. Get better, Lozano.
Any good team has another good team that they have a rivalry with, and you boost each other up.
I want to rival the whole East. I don't care who it is.
But to me,
every team in the East we should fight.
The best team to rival with right now is Phillies.
The Phillies, for sure.
Yeah.
The Phillies. They're the most because of your boy.
Yeah. Hairball.
Princess.
Your favorite
boy. Anyway, so
he looks like the larger version of Tyrion Lannister.
As I was saying,
okay.
Vargas started off the series in St. Louis. We did not expect a win there. He got the win. We lost the last 2. Then we felt confident. We won the first 2 games against the Phillies. He gave up one run in 4 2/3. I still felt confident that we could score the runs.
I wasn't.
Just based on what we've done this year, we've scored a lot of runs 7th inning on.
We looked very flat.
Yeah, but they shot their load. You got to understand.
No,
I mean,
agreed.
You're scoring like 20 runs in 2 games. The next game, maybe more than likely, it's going to be a letdown.
Typically in baseball, if your team scores a crap ton of runs and you're not in Colorado, the next night you're a little lethargic offensively.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
My mom always said, "Save the runs." No, she
Your
always,
mom's right.
Yeah,
your mom's
said,
right.
No, when 7-0, don't score anymore.
No,
just wait.
Relax. Put in all the scrubby dubbies.
But the bottom line is
when there's 2 outs in the 9th.
We won 2 out of 3 against the biggest division rivals.
And I get lunch from Brian Hum Sucks tomorrow.
And Farace gets lunch from Brian Hum Sucks.
For that? Come on, for that.
It's got to be super special. Brian Hum, you suck.
So, you know,
I got a Tim Tebow update.
Oh.
Is he batting over 100 now? Or has he moved down to
Tim Tebow
godly. Listen.
in Syracuse. Syracuse, New York.
Hey, yo, it's not really New York.
Batting 164.
Oh, my God.
He should be in Brooklyn.
55 at bats. Batting 164. How many home runs does he have?
0.
Wow.
He's got 5 RBIs. He has
Brooklyn.
walked 6 times.
Oh,
and he has struck out 22 times.
He should be in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was.
He's got an OPS of 464.
So that means you could take his entire on-base percentage and his slugging, and it doesn't even hit 500. That's pretty
Let
bad.
him play the whole year. Don't worry about it. When September comes and we need that godly help.
No.
I'm bringing him up.
Get him out. Bring him up.
I'm going to talk like this for the whole show.
All right. The other big news of the week is that we kind of dodged the bullet with deGrom.
Yeah,
our hearts
bullet.
dropped.
Scary bullet. Oh,
I
my
was
God.
definitely very nervous.
I was like, and here we go again.
Here we go again.
But it was he's tired.
It almost feels like a soap opera sometimes now with these Mets. And if somebody gets hurt, you're like, what's the truth?
Right.
What's the real truth?
Right.
What did you see?
Hiding? Have they been hiding it? Was the medical staff who died?
It switched boroughs now because now Clint Frazier, something
Yeah,
was
he got hurt
out
also.
10 days.
Yep.
They just signed Cameron Maben.
Cameron
Did he?
Maben.
Yeah.
But actually,
So that's they're desperate. They're signing Cameron Maben.
one thing that I won't say often, but Mike Francesa had a point.
Punto.
He said, "Why did the Mets let that leak out? Why didn't they just let him go off and get his MRI, come back clean, and nothing would have come from it?"
I think because he was scheduled to start and they yanked him almost immediately. They had to.
When was he scheduled to start? Saturday.
And when did they announce it?
I don't remember.
Right before they announced it. They announced it when they arrived in St. Louis. I
Wednesday.
think.
So
right
would you prefer that they keep those things under wrap and lie to us?
That's not a lie. It's not necessarily a lie. Don't get me all upset.
Don't.
That's not the truth.
Not full disclosure. Hold it in.
So
Hold at it until the deGrom barking elbow gives us all a panic attack, and all them out there a panic attack.
Especially.
So do you think that they want to show that out there?
No,
I think some good reporter busted and made the news.
I want to find that out.
Tommy
Good
John
job.
showed you a long time ago too. So obviously you hear elbow, you get scared.
Yes.
You have to be scared.
but
You have to be worried about him.
The thing is, they had to move him to the DL. So the Mets have a new philosophy of not messing around.
Which is okay because you retro.
Elbow barking, DL. DL. I know you guys want to call it that.
But then Saturday morning when he was supposed to start and didn't, he was long tossing, 120 feet.
Right, because he was maintaining his routine. So what happened is he was sick.
You remember that he was sick, right? He has strep throat.
Yeah. No, I know the story about it.
I think that was the IL. I think that was the reason for the IL, not for the elbow.
He was sick and he was not keeping in his routine, and he said,
"But you don't keep your routine if your elbow's barking."
Middle of my sentence.
Sorry.
At the beginning of yours, please. No,
Wow!
Use my line.
I want you
Finally.
to. I want you to finish.
This is the first time ever he got to use it. Wow!
I think that they wanted to say, "Hey, listen, his elbow is barking. We're gonna move him to the DL right away. Your bag dropped. Pick up your bag, douchebag.
Pick it up,
douchebag." And they wanted to make sure that they are giving full disclosure, like they said they would, and furthermore, be super careful. I would rather him go on a 15. Well, they don't have 15 more, right? Just 10 right now. I'd rather him go on a DL for a couple of weeks.
I think it's going to go back to 15.
It should. I like the 15.
But see, that full disclosure thing, that's like it goes both ways. What's up with Cespedes, by the way? We haven't heard anything about it.
Oh, I heard that Farace has an update on him.
You have an update on Cespedes?
I have heard that he has said that he's ready to start taking batting practice.
Has he been
Well,
running?
That's good though, because you need the twist on those feet. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I heard.
I think running comes
he's been
after.
throwing, right?
He's definitely been throwing.
Okay.
But I think batting practice is next, and then running would be after that.
Dude, it's May.
Yeah, no,
It's May.
That's
it's about time he starts getting ready.
I said
oh
it
my God.
to say he's on kind of target.
A Cespedes behind Alonso.
Joan, thanks for joining us.
Oh my God.
With Cano in front of him.
In the
front
middle.
of Alonso.
In the middle.
Hello.
It would be
Can we not mention Conforto here?
It would be Roy. Shut up. It would be Roy. What is it? Who's the guy who's the second baseman? Oh, Cano, Cespedes, and then Conforto. Dude.
What was that noise?
I don't know. I think
heard
somebody's trying to call us on the phone.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, it sounded like when you was at 10-10 wins, it goes boom, bing.
Did you tell people how to call in and reach us? And
No, I haven't.
You give us
Because he
22
keeps
minutes.
on interrupting
we'll
me.
give you the word. I keep interrupting you.
Oh
Yes.
my God! What a terrible person you are, Keith.
If
Stop
you want to call in
interrupting
and interrupt Keith, which he deserves, 718-577-1275,
Bloody
718-577-1275. What if I just type it in here? Just in case anybody can't get to it.
You are very sophisticated.
I am a multitasker. Boom. That is the phone number to call.
Denieri joined. Oh, Demary.
Denieri.
I thought it was-
That's
I thought it was
Demery. That's
Demery.
my old neighbor from Brooklyn.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes.
I thought it was the Game of Thrones girl. Denieri.
Then we got some bigger issues.
Oh, we got a lot of issues.
Giddy up.
Yep.
Only Jon Snow can call her Denny.
Call her whatever I want.
Auntie Denny.
Auntie
Denny. Oh yeah,
Auntie
kind of. Right?
Denny.
Oh wait,
Let's
that's
go
not a
to-
spoiler.
Stop.
All right. Let's get back into the thick of things here.
Everyone knows
We
that.
talked about how we dodged the bullet with deGrom. Options for the fifth starter right now. It's Vargas.
Followed by Loogie.
If
Followed by
Vargas
Loogie.
keeps doing what he's doing, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be honest. In the last game, especially this Phillies game, he looked really good. It just bugs me that he can't even pitch 5 innings.
Well,
But listen, if he's gonna pitch 4+ innings of solid ball like that, I'm okay with that.
But you see what that
It's a
does to
race
us,
thing.
though, is we have to hold Lugo for Vargas.
Right.
And that makes him ineffective, really, for the other games. Because if you only expect 4 innings out of Vargas, you're going to have to pitch Lugo 3 or 4.
So
At least 3.
with this guy Rhame getting suspended, we lose a roster spot for 2 games, right? Or can we?
no, we could replace him.
Okay, so he just
No.
don't get paid.
Well, yeah, I think he's the one that gets hurt.
So if he goes 4, you get Loogie for 2. Get him into the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th should be Gazelman, Familia, Asuka.
If you're begging for 4, you're kind of really expecting 2 or 3.
Steven, welcome.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
Well-
I mean, you can't expect much out of a guy that you want to call a starting pitcher who he can't even go 5.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not a starter.
I think that the game against the Marlins, I brought this up last week, I think too, and Matz and Vargas could have gone 6 innings easily in the Marlins series because they had pitching counts in the 70s through 5.
Yeah, I don't think it's a factor of arm strength or whether Vargas can go or not. It's a matter of getting him going, having him go through the lineup once,
Right. Yes,
maybe twice, and that's it. The third time, dude.
he started through the 3rd time, but
He's really
when did they pull him? He struck out Harper.
Right.
For the 2nd time. Right. Yeah. They pulled him
Harper.
out for Hoskins and they brought in Lugo.
Yeah, they dude, he's gonna get robbed.
Pearline, welcome.
And that pitching
Well-
change was brought to you by
Ooh.
Brooklyn.
This is
water,
that's a pretty good transition.
coffee
Wow.
roasters.
That might be the best transition you've ever done.
No, it's not.
Segue.
because he wants to be this thing.
Take it away, Keith.
But
Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.
But before we get to
from
that,
the-
we should
wow.
really talk about. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Oh well. There it is.
Somebody called it. Somebody.
Did get interrupted there. You're live on the Put It in the Book show. What's up?
Hey, this is Jem from Las Vegas, and I have a question for you guys.
Sure.
Jem.
We love you.
Okay. So I wanted to know, do you guys let Wheeler walk, entertain some trade ideas, or do you start going into extension talk?
Why you guys stress me out?
Guys,
Hold up.
Just wanted to let you know, third-time caller, first-time listener. You guys are doing awesome.
Oh,
thank you, buddy.
Crazy. So you've been calling, not even listening. That's really talented, bro. I'm proud of you, dude.
All right. So, Jem, thanks for the call. Before we get to the answer, our old neighbor, Demery, who you said, we got to say, hello, Roro. Welcome to the show.
What up, Roro?
You barking at her?
No.
That's what I called her when I was a kid. I couldn't say Rosemary.
Oh.
I say we give
Yes,
Wheeler
all
to the
sorts
middle of the
of
season. You see how he
problems.
performs, and then you potentially offer him an extension.
I don't see how you if he gets halfway through the season the way he's starting to pitch again and the way he pitched all of the second half of last season, I don't see how you can just let him
No, you
walk
can't let
or,
him.
or trade him.
He's better than Syndergaard at this
I
point.
think you need to talk to him like starting now.
Now.
You have to keep get that open communication going between them. And let this man know that you want him on the team, because if I'm thinking he's for real. And the Wheeler you just saw pitch, that's the Wheeler that we had last year in the second half. That guy's throwing 99 BBs on the corner, dude.
Before we even did the
curveball is
show,
Disgusting.
It's nasty.
before we even did the show, we used to talk about Wheeler all the time and the amazing talent, the
he
movement on his
is-
ball. And we all said, if that dude learns control, he's gonna be
'Cause that was
a
his problem.
Cy Young ace. He
well,
learned
an
control.
injury, and now he's finally healthy, and he's got his control, and he's got his when he goes up to the mound and he repeats and repeats and repeats and he stays on point. The guy is a beast.
So
It doesn't even look like he's throwing hard.
how much is he worth?
99, 101.
What's
But
he worth?
Seamlessly.
Because you know what the man
Not as much as deGrom.
Not as much as
but
deGrom.
more than Keuchel.
I think if we
longer term.
Jump
than
Yes,
on
Kyle.
longer
it.
term.
we jump on it, we can get a discount, because I think he'll give us a little loyalty because of how we stuck with him, and B, he doesn't have the track record a deGrom has, or even a Keuchel has.
But do you?
He's got to prove himself a little bit. This is his year to prove himself.
Yeah,
to be
but
honest.
listen,
I don't know
But
if
if you're gonna sign him to an extension, you got to go based on what he's done the last year and a half.
how old is he now? 28.
Okay.
Right. So
No, he's like 27, I think. Still, whatever. He's still fairly young.
so it.
By
You know,
proving himself
and
is-
Jem says $85 million for 4 years, but so that's 21 million a year and change. Is he worth that? He might be worth that.
20.
I just want to say that
From
was
where he's
mighty
coming
fine
now-
math on the fly. Very proud of
Oh,
you.
thank you so much. I'm not even gonna try.
Good. I'd give him less. I think he's worth 15, in between 15 and 20. I don't think he's up. I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think he's a $20 million.
Yeah.
So, but isn't he worth more? Is he? So would you say he's worth more than Keuchel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and Keuchel was asking for 18.
It doesn't matter what he's asking
No,
for. It's what he's gonna get.
Keuchel has a longer track record.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. This is a very fine line here.
That's why if you jump on it now before he keeps establishing himself, you might be able to get a
If
little.
you take this guy for $15 million for 4 years, if you give him $15 million,
Who's his agent?
I don't know.
I don't know who his agent is.
I'll find out.
But
Corny,
if-
you're on the clock. Who's the agent for who we talking about?
Wow.
Wheeler.
Wheeler.
Yeah, Rodriguez. Yeah. No, I agree with Rodriguez on this, but I also think if he is, so let's say we offer him, what would you say, 15, 17? So let's say we offer him well, Jem, I don't think you agree with him because you just said give him 4 years, 85.
Never heard of Jet Sports
So-
Management is his agents.
Jem's calling you back to curse you out. That's Jem.
Welcome to the show.
Jem.
Hey, it's Jem again. I just had to chime in.
Hey,
on
Jem.
the polls after.
What's up,
All
bro?
right, so I agree with Rod. 85 for 4 is probably too much. Maybe 85 over 5 years would be good. I think Rodrigo.
That's 17.
Yeah, I think Rodriguez. Man, your math, dude, you are on point. I think Rodriguez is definitely on to something with that. However, as far as opening a line of communication, we got to realize that he is already in his free agent year. He is not in the same position as Noah Syndergaard or Jacob deGrom was. This dude is in his walk year, so he already came to the media and said, "Yeah, I'd love to pitch for the Mets, but not at a discount." So with that thrown out there, I think that may force the Mets' hand. At the same time, I also think the Mets may not be losing much if they just let him walk.
What?
Yeah,
I don't. I think he is a better pitcher. He's our second best pitcher by far. I don't think even Syndergaard's close to him right now.
I don't think we have anyone ready to step into his shoes within the next 2 or 3 years. So if he signs with us for 4 years, we got some good prospects in the minors, some guys that throw hard and have some arms, but we need them to get seasoned and learn a little more before they can come up. So I would definitely try to keep Wheeler.
By the way, really quick, not baseball or Mets related, the Arizona Cardinals with the first pick go with Kyler Murray.
They took Kyle Murray. Huh?
So Josh Rosen is now on the block. So
he's a Giant.
I think the Giants are going to go with that quarterback from Duke that Peyton Manning is so high on. Not in the second round, but the second pick in the first round.
They can still trade for him.
We'll see, the 17th pick. All right, so sorry about that if you're not a Giants fan, but nobody's perfect, huh? All right, so getting back to it, as I said before, it's a really fine line, right? Because we gave up, we sent Beltran packing for this guy. And that was to get him.
He shall not be named.
Yes, I should have said that. I apologize.
Thank you.
But now letting him walk. I don't know who the free agents are. Next year, but I don't think it's a good move.
I don't care who the free agents are. We can take care of our own.
I don't think it's a good move.
Well,
I agree. We should just take care of our own.
But this is where Dallas Keuchel could be security. Vargas is not pitching for the Mets next year.
Keuchel.
The Mets could use the second lefty in the rotation. There's no guarantees with Wheeler. So you might kind of just be swapping one for the other in this particular situation.
Keuchel is no Wheeler, bro.
And I know everyone is caught up on Wheeler now and how his last start was, as well as his last the second half to his last season. However, I feel like people are forgetting the progress it took to get here to this point. And that's been pretty frustrating, in my opinion. I'm not that kind of guy that wants to poop on a player, so to speak. However,
Hooper.
It just seems like every time he's touching, or at least at that point in his career, every time he was in the fifth inning, closing the fifth inning, it was 95, 100 pitches, and that's scary. That's scary each and every 5 days.
I think he needs to pitch more. I'm not a big proponent of taking a guy out after 110 pitches.
Yeah, I got two things to say about that. One, he's getting better and better. He's only 28 years old. A really good pitcher, unless your name is that other dude from the Dodgers who's just like immortal and never stops pitching good unless his back hurts. He's getting better and better. But every pitcher between 28 and 30 really hits a prime. Look at all these pitchers who hit these amazing years. It's around this time. So if you take that into consideration, I say take him. He's pitching more innings, number 2. Number 3, he was hurt. I said no, it's 2 points, but I'm going
number 2.
Dropping the deuce.
Keith doesn't have the math skills I do.
No, I don't. I said 2, but I times 2 by 2, so I'm going.
That's as high as he goes.
I'm going into my 4th point because 2 and 2 is 4.
That's
no
very
how
good.
You shake that. Yeah.
I'm not asking you who's on second.
I'm not asking you.
He's on the team now. It is so much better to take care of your own if you have that talent in the house than deal with somebody coming from the outside like a Keuchel, or I think that Wheeler has a much higher ceiling than a Keuchel does. And the last point with Keuchel is, if you take somebody now, it's going to take him time to get prepared. I don't care if he's been pitching every 5th day. He hasn't pitched to live batters. It's going to take him time to get ready. And that means we get Keuchel, and he's going to pitch end of May. I mean,
yeah, my thought is I choose Wheeler over Keuchel any day of the week. I would like to see them sign Keuchel for the remainder of the year. I don't want them to sign him beyond 2019.
Well, I think that's what Jem means. You sign Keuchel this year, and you have them both pitch. If Wheeler decides to go and you don't want to come back, we have Keuchel as insurance. I think he said that before.
Keuchel's not going to take a 1-year deal, otherwise he'll be on a team.
He's willing to take a 1-year deal.
Actually, what I'm proposing is more along the lines of a 2-year deal, just to fill that hole in.
You just like to spend money, Jem.
Just in case.
Just stop spending our money, Jem.
Listen.
Do the Wilpons know you're writing their checks?
I'm just a caller.
Yeah, I mean, your points, I agree to a certain extent, but I think Keuchel was the answer a month and a half ago. I think at this point,
Keuchel's still the answer.
I think he's still the answer on a 1-year deal to pitch out of the 5 spot.
I mean, if they signed him, it wouldn't bother me.
At the end of next year.
Yeah.
Sign him for 2 or 3.
Can you say that again?
But
I just got goosebumps. What'd you say about Vargas?
Go.
But look, now that I think we're all kind of okay with Keuchel, with Vargas throwing 3-4 innings, right?
No, I want him to pitch.
No.
Okay,
I'm talking about out of the bullpen. If we bring in Keuchel,
no, he's out of the bullpen. He'll get rocked. You kidding me? He's garbage. Get him off the team.
If you can back
Cornet,
up,
I can't do it.
If you can back up Vargas and a Gesellman combo, or a Vargas and a Lugo combo for 6 to 7 innings, and what's the difference between Vargas going 5 and Lugo pitching 2, and instead of Vargas pitching 4 and Lugo pitching 3?
Rodriguez addressed that before, and he actually made a really good point, because now Vargas is coming up. So as you're approaching Vargas' start, you have to preserve Lugo. So now he's less of an option, or in the back of the list of an option leading up to a Vargas start. So it actually lessens or thins out your bullpen a day or two before his start.
Thanks, Cornet.
That's actually a really fair point. Speaking about Cornet, man, that's someone that I think you guys should definitely get on the show. I don't know if you know any of his credentials. However, get a chance to talk to him.
New stat, man.
He's
such an awesome dude.
He's already
taken out. Keith can't, get our stats quick enough. He's taking over
my stats job. And we gave a shout out to the book before. I want to get into that book. So Cornet, if one day you would like to join the show, maybe we could read the book, and we can have a little quick chat about
the show.
we'll have a book read on the show.
We'll have a book reading. We'll have ascots and pipes.
Hold on. Actually, I have it right here.
And drink
hey, listen,
Fourscore and many moons ago.
It's all about content, right? If you got to read a book for content, then read a book to get that content.
That's what we do.
Yeah, I just wanted to call and chime in about Zach Wheeler. And it doesn't have to be Keuchel. It's Mike Minor. I was just kind of throwing Keuchel out there as an example. Y'all know me. I kind of always got to get my last word in. If y'all decide to jump in the MCM, let me know. I'll be glad to call back.
All right, bro.
Buddy.
All right, Jem.
Thanks for calling.
That's Jem from MetsJunkies.com. Check him out.
Yeah, he's got good stuff on his website. He really does.
Tons of articles.
I like to read his stuff.
Constant content.
All right, so we got about 10 minutes to go. Before our next show, we get the Brewers and we get the Reds. So we got a little NL Central. We're not going to see the NL East for about a month or so.
About time.
So we're going to get some, NL Central action going with the Brew Crew, reigning MVP, who had 31 RBIs through 20 games.
We're bringing our beast on Roy. We're bringing Roy over.
Roy. All right, Keith. Can you please let us know who we are brought to you by?
Oh, you want me to do that now?
Yeah, because we have 9 minutes left. Hey, take your time, Hoskins.
We are brought to you by Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.
We still have to talk about Game of Thrones.
I have to start over every time you interrupt me. We are brought to you by Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters. From their roastery to your front door. Only the finest of beans from all over the world. So enjoy a big cup of Drunken Pig. And don't worry, no animals were harmed. I got to start over again. This was brought to you by Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters. From their roastery to your front. There's also another flavor. I'll skip ahead and pick up where I was.
South America.
Dark roast, dark chocolate. This is built for you. And how many calories?
2.
Yes. But it is full of rich chocolate flavor. They have chicken and waffles. They have medium roast, which is hands down the most popular coffee.
Sexy.
It's a blend of African and South
Welcome to the show, Elizabeth.
Coffees. This blend is a full-bodied and complex coffee that offers a sweet citrus note.
Sweet, sexy success.
That's right. I don't know why. I call Rodriguez Jacked Up Cupcake. That's the other flavor we have on here. It is a part of the Highline Energy Coffee that is called Jacked Up Cupcake. It's delicious vanilla cupcake flavored coffee and has 50% more caffeine, up to no calories. This delicious. I got to start over again. This segment is brought to you by Brooklyn. Anyway, Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters kicks ass. Check it out. BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com. It's guaranteed to be shipped within 24 hours of its roast date and sent right to your door. Check them out.
24 hours.
William says roastery?
Roastery. Yes.
Roastery.
Yes.
All right. So
because I can't say roastery slow.
Rosary.
So I said roastery.
Brewers and I said Reds, right? So
right.
Brew Crew, what's our predictions for that?
Who we got pitching for the Brew Crew, right? It's Cygrom, God of Thunder, and Mats, right?
Yes.
I'm going for 3. I'm going for a sweep. No,
he's not gonna allow that.
No,
Keith.
Nope, can't do it.
I'm gonna let my sack hang out a little here, and I'm saying we're going for Tree. We're dropping Tree. Don't worry, I'll let it hang out within my pants.
2 out of 3.
No, keep it in.
I say 2 out of 3. The Red Series is a 4-game set.
3 out of 4.
Tree out of 4. So we're gonna win.
I say 3 out of 4 also.
6 of the next.
So
7.
and this is I really can't wait to see how we finish up this homestand. I think we really need to get a dominating homestand.
Feel dominant at home.
That's what I want to feel.
Do you have a prediction on who my Fwakata is? I want to hear. Do you think you know who I'm going to Fwakata right now?
Thanos.
I should, but no, I'm not.
Okay.
It's going to be a baseball Fwakata for sure.
Oh, it's gonna
a baseball Fwakata.
Harper.
Oh, I know who you're gonna Fwakata.
Not Hoskins. I'll say that. That's
not Hoskins. Okay.
No.
Well, I was gonna go with a brewer.
I was gonna say that,
but
too.
I can't think of his name right now.
Christian Yelich.
Yelich.
Fwakata, biatch. Suck all week.
You know who I want to say? I saw Christian Yelich in my head, and I was about to blurt out Craig Counsell.
Craig Counsell. Wow, that's a good one.
Wow. He's the
He's a manager.
But I didn't do the Mets moment of the week.
You didn't do the Mets moment of the week?
But
and Game of Thrones.
Good thing the Mets moment of the week is only 30 seconds.
Oh, do it.
I chose it for two reasons, and we'll
suey.
talk about it on the other end of this. So this is going back to the late 80s.
Oh.
Let's listen.
Listen up.
It's going out to deep left field. It's going, and it is gone. Goodbye. Harold Strawberry with his 4th home run. Another one hit hard to left field. It's back there, going. It is gone. Goodbye. This ball hit out to deep right field. It's way back. Going, gone. Goodbye. 3 consecutive home runs.
I remember that.
That was Strawberry, McReynolds, and Keith Hernandez going back to back to back. I wanted to, because the Mets have done that a few times in their history, but I chose this one because it was Ralph Kiner.
Yeah, it's a nice call.
I love the
nice
Ralph Kiner. Going, it's gone, goodbye. Love it. After the second one, I don't know if you heard, but he let out a little chuckle because back to back dongs.
All
right, so we got our predictions out of the way. We got our Fwakata of the week out of the way. We got a ton of stuff that we jammed in. The Giants are on the clock. Jets. I don't know what happened there. All right, so fair warning.
Nick Bosa to the 49ers.
Ooh. Yeah, the second
Fair
pick, right?
warning. Fair warning.
Here
it comes.
The next 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes?
I guess so. Let's do this.
Time to talk Game of Thrones. This is your warning. Spoiler alert, spoiler, etc., etc. We're going to talk about episode number 2. There's only 4 left.
Oh, my God.
We're going to talk about episode 2 right now. So,
this just in. The Jets picked Yo Mama.
Yo Mama. Okay. So, Game of Thrones, episode 2. A couple, some of the people that I spoke to were like so on it. I really enjoyed it.
I'm enjoying every episode, every second of every episode.
Right. We got to see a lot of different reactions to the possible last night ever.
Yep.
Because the Army of the Dead is on its way. So we get to see Tyrion. Of course, he's got to be drinking around the fire. What's the guy's name? The wildling guy?
Bob.
Tormund.
Who says, is the big girl still here?
Oh, yeah.
She gets knighted.
Girl. She gets
Brienne
knighted.
She
almost
knighted.
cries. Almost make everybody else cry.
Almost.
You were going to cry. I know.
The Jets picked Quinnen Williams from defensive lineman from Alabama.
Oh.
The Giants?
Jets.
No.
Jets,
Quinnen
nice.
Williams.
Okay.
All right.
Alabama.
So here's okay. Just to let the beginning of my sentence interrupt the middle of yours. Everybody's upset because everybody's upset. That's the draft. Everybody's upset because the same thing. Reason why they get upset. And granted, the last 2 seasons of Walking Dead have been a little rough, but people don't like plot build. They don't like to, you got to know the character. And watching that episode last week, whatever happens this week, if it's something bad, will draw on your heartstrings more. You'll have more investment into it because you're bonding with them. You're liking them. You're seeing enemies become friends. So the people you may have hated are now getting along with somebody you may like. So now you're liking the guy you hate. So now if he dies next week or she dies next week, it pulls you in more. It's a plot build. It's brilliant writing. So stop your bitching and watch the show and enjoy it. Trust me, there'll be a lot of death. 4 more episodes.
This episode, people are going to die a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, a lot of people.
What I think happened from the people that I spoke to,
some funny ass memes though.
They kind of yes.
Ariana with the
picture.
Oh, that's done. That I could have done without the Arya having sex with Jamie thing.
Me too, but they did a meme where she instead of the weapon, she had a picture of a male private part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she goes, "I need this."
What was funny was that so Google showed a trending line, and during that scene, the age of the people Googled how old she was.
She's 22.
She's 22.
Yeah.
22 is fine, but we grew up. We first met her when she was 15, so that throws it off kilter there.
She's
Jen's
badass.
31.
But 31, 22, that's not bad. In Game of Thrones, 40 and 12 is not bad.
You have a daughter?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
When you figure that one out, you come to me after you have your daughter.
I don't want to
She's
do it.
dating a
I can't.
guy who's 15 years old.
No, I can't.
You're a lot of things you believe in will go out the window in how you want to approach that.
That's fair, but I'm talking in Game of Thrones era. That's all good, right?
It's all good.
50 and 14 is fine.
Is Daenerys giving up the throne for Jon? No.
Nope.
Nope.
She had an attitude. So first of all, remember, so that her and Sansa had the moment where.
Yeah.
Excuse us for a second.
It changed real quick.
And then what happens to the North? What do you mean?
What do you mean? I eat it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I'm the queen. That's what happens.
I rule it.
I rule it. She's all about.
That was ruthless right there.
I'm gonna rule everything.
How about the very beginning when Jaime is in front of the council, awesome. And Daenerys is explaining. You know, we've always spoken about this moment when we see the person who did that to my father and what we would do to him. Right. You know, and Sansa started talking, and then Brienne saved
Jaime's ass.
Jaime owes everything.
Well,
to Brienne.
He saved her too.
Yeah. Also,
I mean, he didn't send the army after her when she was on that boat.
Right. And then
the things you do for love.
The things you do for love.
Oh my
God!
That was brutal. I had just seen that. That little part where he.
And when he said it, his expression was completely blank.
Yeah.
He just.
Well, that's all his expression is.
Yeah, it is. The things you do for love.
He just watches everything.
I'm not Bran anymore. I'm a three-eyed Raven.
Okay, let's go skipping in the night and disco.
Let's just talk about everything.
It's
I do nothing but sit and talk.
I am the world's memory.
I think yes.
Remember?
And well, it's kind of.
That's why he wants me.
Excuse me, you guys are disturbing me. I'm gonna go sit with the tree.
What do you guys think is going to happen? You know, they're sending all these people down into the crypt.
The tree.
Gotta go sit with the tree. Buddy, the tree. They're sending all these people down. Oh my God! If Sam dies, it's gonna rip my heart out. Sam is such a nice guy.
Samwise Gamgee.
He's gonna die. He's a lord.
Yes, but I feel as though everybody in the crypt, they're gonna get into the crypt.
No,
I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
But
he's coming out.
Every good guy, person dies. Sam can't die.
Hold on. Would you put that past Game of Thrones?
Yeah, that's true.
Game of Thrones cares nothing about us. Game of Thrones wants to rip each and every person's heart out of their soul and make this as memorable as possible.
Predictions.
Wait.
Caroline agrees.
That being said, what I think happened, what Keith, to your point, to your tremendous point, put that finger down, was I think some people miscalculated where the battle was going to start. I think a lot of people thought that the battle was going to start in episode 2, which let some people down, being let down.
How can you be let down by
you
this?
Can't.
By
I can't. No, I was not. And you know what sucks is it feels about 15 minutes in, and I look up at the time and it's 9:50.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But this week, 82 minutes.
82 minutes. Wow. It's going to be a big fight. It's going to be a big, big fight.
All right. I think it's time we'll put a big old blue and orange ribbon on it.
No. Predictions. Real quick.
Predictions.
Easier predictions instead of who dies, because I think it's going to be easier to say who lives.
I don't like your attitude.
I don't like your face. I think I'm going to rearrange it.
I don't like your glasses.
I want to wear them.
They're bonding again.
Holy monkey. Can't see much of anything. When do we get a fourth member? Hey, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you.
Harold. That's Rodriguez's cousin Harold.
That's a high prescription.
It's really not.
I know.
It's not really that bad, but...
Well, anything that's out of what is for you is bad. We should pick his nose. One finger in each nostril.
No.
Why?
We're not going down that route.
It's just boogies. They can't do nothing for you. Just,
Okay, so who's gonna? What's the prediction that you want to do?
Who's gonna live? Because I think that's easier than who. I think a lot of people are gonna die this week. Who do you think lives?
Jon Snow,
Tormund,
Tyrion.
I think Tyrion, Snow, Daenerys, Arya. I think Sansa might die.
I don't think Sansa dies this week. My wonderful wife has joined for the last 2 minutes of the show.
Yay.
Appreciate it. And I love you.
I think all of those. I think.
Okay.
Dragons? 2 dragons?
I think we get a dragon versus dragon.
We got one dragon dies.
Oh my god! And then they played that music, the music that you don't like for sports.
John's dragon dies. What about John flying on a dragon? We got to close this out. We got to close this out. But that's okay.
Because we could really talk about this for another 2 hours. But
forever.
We just don't have the time this week. But we will see you guys. I love you too. I said I love you first, so you should say I love you too. No, threw me off a little bit. But we're going to put a big old blue and orange ribbon on this bad boy. I think we were very good this week. We kept everything down to the nitty gritty. We started almost on time.
You produced the show very well this week.
I thought so.
You were under pressure.
I was under pressure.
Yeah, I give you that.
He did everything against me.
Oh no!
He read the thing. He read the thing like in extra slow mo.
Because he didn't have his 15 minutes today. You gotta let him talk.
You were being a jerk.
You're being a jerk.
You were.
You were being jerky to him.
Yeah.
You were being.
I don't believe you.
Don't squint at me.
When the camera's off,
judgmental
you see
squinty
this
eyes.
table right here. When the camera's off, somebody's going to be breaking that table with their back. We're going to be fighting it out, WWF style.
My wife says, "What did I miss?" Well, go back and watch it. And then
Yes.
All right. So big old blue and orange ribbon. We're looking forward to a successful homestand.
Yes.
Go out, enjoy Endgame. Go to CineSportsTalk.com for all the spoiler-free reviews.
The best reviews.
If I could have taken, and one thing, pace yourself. Bring a bottle of water, but pace yourself. A little sip every 15, 20 minutes. That'll get you by. You won't dehydrate.
You have a bottle
you won't
inside
have to
in case you got
Tampa's on the clock. The Giants are one away.
One away. All right, we're not going to be here for that.
Cleveland Farrell is picked up by the
Game of Thrones. Enjoy that this week. Next week we'll be back around the same day, same time.
When's it off day?
Same back channel.
I don't think there's an off day, but I think there's an afternoon game that allows us to have a show at night.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, good.
We'll bid you guys adieu.
Adieu.
First, we bid you adieu on Facebook, and then we'll close it out over on Spreaker where we record the audio. So, Facebookians.
Bye, Facebookians.
Let's go Mets.
LGN.
Peace.
All right, and then now for all you guys.